Hi there, and thank you for clicking on my video. This video is going to be covering Hydroid and his interactions with the new Archon mods. Um, he actually has pretty limited interaction, but he does get the important one down. He can actually use Archon Intensify with the augment. So obviously it's going to be if you have modding space. But let's go over the Archon mods if you haven't seen them before. The one that works on him is, and it requires a little trick to do it. You're going to have to use combat discipline. But plus 30 ability strength. This is the same as regular intensify. On Archon intensify, it gets the 30. Plus, when you heal with an ability, when you restore health with an ability, you will then gain 30 more ability strength. So this is pretty good as like a passive buff. And Hydroid actually has a way, using the Curative Undertow, can actually trigger the buff. Okay, so let's go over the ones that don't work. Because if we look at... I helmet on Thermal Sunder. I was testing something out. Tempest Barrage is impact-based. Tidal Surge is impact also. Impact on Undertow. His 4 innately is impact also. Going over the other ones, so he has no elements, it's physical damage. Archon Continuity is the same duration as Prime Continuity. Abilities that inflict toxin status effects will also apply a corrosive status effect. Super powerful if you can use it. Hydroid just can't. Archon Flow, same amount of energy given. It's 275. Prime Flow is 275 also. The conditional on it is enemies killed by cold. Abilities have a 10% chance to drop an energy orb. The cooldown is 10 seconds. This is pretty difficult to proc. That's part of the reason why I was testing Thermal Sunder. You can proc these with helmet abilities. Straight up. But because cold isn't innately on his kit, I will do another video for helmets and for team buffs and whatnot. But this is, you're running a non-helmet Hydroid. So something like this. Okay, so he's got magnetic. Sorry, my bad. What did I say? Impact? Yeah, it's magnetic. Yeah, even with the, it's just a drop chance, right? There's no additional... Anyway, he can't proc this. And you can't combine elements. So it needs the base element, electricity. Though he likes the range, depending on your build, he likes the range. He can't proc electricity on its own. So the energy per second doesn't help. The other one is Archon Vitality. 440% health matches regular Vitality. Abilities that have a heat status, the damage will be applied twice. It's pretty good. That's part of the reason why I was using Thermal Sunder. Was testing out a helmet ability, heat and cold. They proc. So that leaves the only one being the Archon Intensify. And let me show you how that works. It's pretty straightforward. If you are running a non-helmet Hydroid. Alright, so we lost some health. Go into the pool. Starts climbing. And we got the buff. Yeah, I was going for Angry Puddle. But anyway. It is what it is. He can proc it and it does snapshot. I'd show you that. Alright, so it's 42, 48, 126. Okay, so our base is 42. 44. Yeah, it looks like low 40s. Okay, easy enough. Let's kill something. Cool. Heal. Now it's at 53. And let's see if it goes down. Nope. We didn't lose any strength. It kept up the scaling. So, it's pretty good. Let's test it one more time, just in case there's any shenanigans. First tick is 44.87, so it looks like 43.5 might be our actual number. Alright, there we go. 42, 44, okay. 52, 103, 154, 205, 257, 308. It's going up by 50s. Alright, the buff is off. Still seeing it go up by 50. Alright, so the pool snapshots. So pretty good. It's the important one that means when you're casting, your abilities do a little more damage. I was trying to mess around with Thermal Sunder, make a angry fire puddle and whatnot, especially with the vacuum effect. Didn't work. But anyway, this is how Hydroid interacts with it. That's how you trigger it. You need to lose health on the frame. So the specific trigger for this is if you have an ability like an aura or something that regens health for you, or even Arcane Grace. Yeah, Archon Grace. That doesn't count as an ability. And even then, if you have an ability that heals you, but you're at full health, it won't trigger. You have to be missing health. From your max health, you have to be down. And then you have to heal back up, and that will trigger it. So the easiest way for him to trigger this is with like a combat discipline aura. Obviously, don't run it this high. It's pretty good to run this, so you lose 1 health on kill, so you do have something. Word of warning when running these builds, if you're trying to use combat discipline, if you're using a Panzer, take Hunter Recovery off, because it'll keep you so topped up. It doesn't help if you're trying to keep your health low, because you'll constantly be regenerating health. Or Equilibrium will generate so much health for you, because you shouldn't be taking health damage generally. And you want the buff as much as possible. So if you run this and then regen in the puddle, you can snapshot it. Also, maybe like a quick cast or something like that. Like Natural Talent. And then cast your other abilities. But that's here nor there, that's build talk. But this is how Hydroid can proc the Archon Intensity, because it's the only one that he can even interact with. Alright, thank you. Have a blessed day, guys.